here to rock in hell. I survived Beer Fest. Now we're fucking taking on 3 inches of blood. Now we got the two bearded guys. Who are we talking to? What's going on?
Hi, my name's Cam, and I'm a singer.
I'm Shane. I play guitar.
Who's missing right now? Who's MIA? Because you're local and probably is hanging out having a turkey dinner.
Justin guitar and Ash drums, and our touring bass player Steve. They are enjoying Victoria.
Where are you guys at now? What's the new album all about?
It's the continuation of our metal evolution. We're just another process, another chapter. And we're out there to show the world. Hopefully everyone likes it.
What's the name of the new album? Give me some cuts and sell the sizzle.
It's called Here Waits Thy Doom. It's probably the best metal album of all time.
I would say you guys came out pretty strong when that album came out. Eh? It was you guys kind of took over the world. The sound was like,
yeah, like. I don't know. I don't think of it as like we took over the world, but
I think if you just sort of make music for the sake of making music, like play what you really like to do. In our case, it's just a little off center from current mainstream type metal. There's always great underground metal doing really cool stuff, but going back to my point, if you just do what you like, there's a chance you'll just stick out.
And
is this a big tour? You're just getting started on a big giant tour?
Yeah, it's every tour is like a big tour for us. We're doing a lot of headlining dates on this one, and then most of the U.S. dates we're doing are with In Flames, and they're a pretty big band, so it'd be nice to play to their crowd and try and win over some of their fans.
I know you played with GWAR before, and I know GWAR killed you once. Maybe describe what getting killed by GWAR was like.
They.
It's kind of an honor.
Yeah,
to get killed by GWAR.
It's one thing to be in the crowd and get sprayed by their blood, but to actually be a human prop for their antics was pretty cool, because they just come up with one of their big giant swords and the blood pack, and it makes it look very real. When you watch it back on camera, it looks very real, because the blood pack just goes boom, it just explodes everywhere.
Yeah.
And then and then we're all covered in blood by the end of it. So it's happened to me twice now.
Tell me your favorite type of marijuana.
Victoria bud was always good growing up. And then even moving to Vancouver, and then coming back, noticing like how potent it was over here. So I guess I took it for granted when I lived here.
Yeah, I don't do drugs. Dope's for dope. But if I did, I don't know anything about strains, but if I did, I'd name one Dr. Thundercat's Ice Mountain.
But were you in High Times? Is this correct?
Yeah. A couple years ago.
Was this the highlight of your career?
It was pretty awesome. It was like a harebrained idea of mine. One day, just blazed, and called manager and was like, I want to be in High Times magazine. And so eventually it came together. Like a couple years after that, I first thought about it, and it finally happened. They came out to one of the Ozfest dates we did in '07 and interviewed Shane and I, and took pictures of us, blazing a joint.
Do they bring the weed for you to smoke?
They did. They brought the joint. They're like, okay. They did the interview, and then they're like, all right, so now I just want to take pictures of you guys smoking a joint. So in the issue, there's like a couple of live photos of Shane and I in the article, and then at the bottom there's a picture of us taking the joint after the show.
Do you remember what kind of weed it was?
Nah.
Are you saying it was a highlight of your career?
No, it was a funny highlight because it's High Times, like, it's a magazine about pot, right? But it's like, I've got these buddies from high school who are basically exactly the same. They sit at the same dude's couch and just rope dope all day. And those guys got a hold of me, and they're like, dude! And, you know, it's just one of those things, like, you know, you hang out with your buddies, there's like a stack of High Times magazine on the coffee table.
Cool, and I saw you guys made it to Wacken in 2008, and then I just met you guys again down in San Diego in the Brutal Legend.
Yeah.
Describe that crazy show, because there was some theatrics.
Yeah, we played with GWAR. They're always fun dudes to be around. We toured with them before. And, you know, just being in San Diego at that time with Comic-Con and how all the nerds descend on the city. And, you know, I'm a nerd. I play role-playing games, so I'm not a comic book nerd. I'm a different kind of nerd.
I got a funny story about that show. There's some miscommunication with these go-go dancer type girls or whatever. And I think they were even at the wrong show. But they showed up, they took over our bathroom for like an hour getting ready. And we didn't really know what they were doing there, right? We thought maybe they're servers or I don't know. And so anyway, we start playing. And these go-go dancers are like trying to go-go dance to our tunes and stuff. And we're kind of looking around like, what? Like, no one told us about this, right? And then it got to the point where like I was just gonna say, listen, you girls gotta go. This isn't, you know, this isn't too happening here. But they, I think right at the same time they had figured out, like, we're at the wrong show or whatever. So they split. But it was really, in hindsight, it's kind of funny.
This is Shane from 3 Inches of Blood, and you're watching Absolute Underground TV on your television. Look out for the crazy doctor and the lunatic.